Good morning, everyone. Phi Farley here. It's October 26th. We got Game 3 of the World Series coming up tonight, a 5:09 first pitch. Game 2 was fantastic, went as we had predicted. However, I always posted it's the best bet. I'm trying to cap down and break down the best bet that you can take on the board, and I actually have a confession to make. The best bet was not the run line, even though that was a winning play. I'm going to get to that in 1 second, as well as a total breakdown of this matchup between the Red Sox and Dodgers down in LA. All right, first though, let me say thank you to subscribers. I appreciate it. And just like Russ said, and I appreciate him saying so, hit subscribe, hit the notification button, and hit the like, because I do appreciate it. I do check that. I do like to know that my picks are getting out there and that people see the videos. I'm not saying to take this side. It's just my 2 cents. I've been putting my 2 cents out there throughout the whole season. And if you haven't checked out my NFL picks, college picks, please do so as well. All right, so let's get into this game. All right. First of all, I said that I put out the best bet of the day, and that's what I'm going to try and do here for you again today. But in Game 2, the best bet of the day, and I saw it right before the game started, it was who's going to score first. The first run scored. It was Boston plus a 110. I mean, that's great value when you have a team favored by minus 140, minus 145. And to score the first run with Ryu on the mound was plus 110. That was great value. I jumped on that real quick, and I should have put it out there. It also ended up winning. That should have been the best bet of the day. I think that was the best value, best play, given the circumstances. It ended up being David Price on the mound. Props to David Price. Props to Alex Cora for sticking with David Price, through 10 losses. One thing I'm just going to digress real quick that really blows me away about David Price and his postseason woes is that no one's beating around the bush when it comes to David Price. They've asked him straight up. So your teams are 0-10 when you take the mound. You have a lot of confidence about tomorrow night? They are just straight out asking him. They're asking his teammates, how do you feel with Price on the mound, knowing that he's 0-11 in his starts, against these. It's just really comical to, teams won't talk to a pitcher if he's thrown 7 no-hit innings into the late part of a game. Yet these guys are just straight out blatantly asking him how he feels about winning a game when he hasn't won in 10 straight starts in the postseason. But you know what? Credit to Price. Credit to Alex Cora and the management for putting him out on the mound, because he has great stuff. He had a really good strategy, a really good job keeping the ball down and away from the Dodger hitters. Very, very effective. He did really, really well. Meanwhile, Ryan Madsen for the Dodgers has got to figure it out. He's been great through the season, but he has got to figure it out here down the stretch. He's going to have his opportunity. I hope when that time comes, for his sake. Depends if I'm on the Boston side, but for his sake, I hope when that time comes, he steps up, because he's really, really not been effective at this point. 5 runners left on when he comes into the game. All 5 of those runners have scored. So here we go. Game 3 in LA. We got Walker Buehler on the mound for the Dodgers going against Rick Porcello. Rick Porcello, veteran, kind of a, it's interesting that again, Cora is sticking with these veterans and these pitchers that have got him to this point into the World Series, because this isn't probably the best pitcher he could start here in this spot. And I'm going to get into the numbers of why. But Walker Buehler, also an interesting spot for being a 24-year-old kid. It's a lot of pressure on his shoulders. That said, he has great stuff. I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter if he has the pressure. If he can just execute his stuff, I mean, the guy can throw 99. And he's just, when he's hitting his spots, he's very, very effective. Just check out his numbers. Let's start with Walker Buehler. Check out his numbers down the stretch. So in August and September, 175 and a 152 opponent batting average. On the season, 193 opponent batting average. At home, 174 opponent batting average. Very, very tough to hit at home. A 1.93 ERA at home. Extremely effective. The last 30 days, a 1.42 ERA. 1.42. Let me break this down. So in August, September, 10 starts. He gave up a total of 12 runs. 12 runs in 10 starts. Check out Rick Porcello. Rick Porcello, in his last 2 months, gave up 12 home runs. He gave up more home runs than Buehler did total runs. He gave up 32 runs in those last 2 months. Good for a 5.11 ERA in August and a 4.37 ERA in September. Opponents on the season hit .241 against him. On the road, a .253 average. Of course, he has struggles at Fenway, keeping the ball inside the park. 17 home runs given up while on the road. 10 home runs given up, even though he did pitch less innings at home versus the road. But often we see that dichotomy if they have struggles keeping the ball inside the park. Rick Porcello is that case. A 4.77 ERA at home, a 3.86 ERA on the road. It's much better, and it's because he's able to keep the ball from flying out of the ballpark. 10 home runs in only 18 starts, or in 18 starts, only 10 home runs. Very, very effective, and that's going to be important as he pitches against the Dodgers today. Probably the reason he's getting the nod. So now, what does that mean for today? We have the Dodgers back up against the wall. They're down 0-2. They're coming back home. Temperature is going to be warming up. They got their best pitcher on the mound, pitching at home. Rick Porcello on the road has not been as effective. I think we're going to have a Dodger lead for one of the first times. Dodgers are going to be up. They have been up before, I know that. But I think they're going to be up, and I think they're going to have a couple-run lead here by the time we break out of the fifth. If you want to take the Dodgers minus a half run in the first 5, it's at a minus 110. I think that's a good play. I do like that play. Now, moreover, I'm going to lay the 1.5 with the Dodgers playing the run line, backing Walker Buehler here. I think he can shut down the Red Sox. That's the key here, is I think he shuts down the Red Sox, because I think Porcello can hold the Dodgers to 4 or 5. But as long as Buehler shuts down the Red Sox, the run line will be a winner, and I'm going to go with that at a plus 140. There was one other bet that I did like that I was interested in, and that's Manny Machado. And this is probably for your offshore online books, that sort of thing, not for your, well, Vegas may have this as well, but Manny Machado versus JD Martinez in total bases. Because I like Buehler, because I think Porcello is going to get hit, and he's going to be hit by Machado has a great history against Porcello. I'm going to pull that up real quick for you. In 38 at-bats, he has a 342 batting average, a 526 slugging percentage, 2 bombs against him, 13 of 38. I would take Machado going against Buehler, who's just super, super hard to get a hit off of, let alone a long ball off of. Good luck. He's given up 6 the entire season at home. So I would take Machado total bases over JD Martinez. That's my secondary best bet. Second best bet, we'll call it. But best bet, I'm going run line Dodgers here to get back into the win column, get the series up to a 1-2 respectable, and then we'll cap game 4 as it comes along. All right. Good luck, everyone. If you have any comments, please throw them down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you again soon.